All right, guys. I'm here with Rose. We just closed on Rose's house about a week or two ago, and Rose sold us her house in Dover, Florida, which is kind of in between Lakeland, kind of that in Riverview. So, Rose, would you mind sharing with us just what made you decide to sell in the first place?
Well, for me and my husband, we decided to sell because we were downgrading.
Okay.
We wanted to downgrade, and also we moved up north of Florida, in Citrus County. We wanted to start investing up north and just buy more land and stuff. So we just decided to just change scenery, basically. And yep.
That makes sense. So, on this transaction, it's a little different. A lot of times, people think that as someone that's an investment company, that they just come in and they make a really low offer, and you just sell it because of X, Y, and Z
Right.
reason.
I
But
did too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So in this particular instance, we actually paid very, very close to your list price, within
Yep.
probably 3 or 4%. But we didn't give it to you all at once. We actually gave you a down payment, and we're actually going to make your payments over time. And then we agreed to a time where we're going to pay you off in full over a 5 or 6 year period. Would you mind sharing with everyone what made you decide to do that versus just trying to sell it the normal cash way, where you're going to get a much lower offer, but then you'll be done?
It was because of based on our situation at the time. We just don't have time to wait for buyers, wait for appraisals, inspections, and then repairs and all that stuff. We don't want to. We didn't have want to use any funds repairing the house. We wanted to sell it as is.
Right.
And we've sold many houses in the past, so we know
Okay.
the process and we know how frustrating it could be sometimes. Yeah, so I'm like, I just don't want to go through all that. And we've already moved. The house is vacant. So
Gotcha.
we bought a new house prior to selling our primary home. So the house was vacant. And I was like, we just don't have time to pay two mortgages
Right.
and cross our fingers that the buyer goes through, the lender goes through, and the appraisal goes through, because now you got appraisal issues. What if it doesn't appraise
Of course.
and stuff like that? So that's why we decided to go this route. It works. This situation works for us perfectly in our current situation. And it was quick. It was 4 weeks, and
Mhm.
we were done. And I didn't have to worry about, oh my gosh, we have appraisal. Oh my gosh, we got to repair. We got to replace the roof. And on. Oh my gosh, it's like, so we didn't want to go through all that. So yeah.
Sure, sure. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with me. So I guess just the last question is, ultimately, it's more than just buying a house. It's an entire experience from start to finish, and we'll actually stay in because will be
Right.
making your payments for that. How was your experience like with our company?
I think it was really easy. Everything was done, and I like the fact that, well, the reason my husband told me to go with you, because I told you in the beginning we called a lot of investors.
Sure.
He told me to with go with the guy Clark, because you answered all our questions before we asked. You were very on top of things, and whatever you said you were going to do, you did. Like you said, I'm going to call you in an hour. You called in an hour.
Right.
I'm going to send you the contract. You sent it right on. And most people like, oh yeah, I'll call you, and then you never hear back, or and stuff like that. And then you said we'll close in 4 weeks. We closed in 4 weeks, and
Yeah.
we'll take over your payments. And then your secretary already set up auto payments. She already took me off. So
Yeah.
you guys are like very on top of it, and that's kind of like how my personality is too. So I'm like, I think
Right.
him and I, we would work together, because so that's why.
Very,
So it was really
very.
easy. It was really easy.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Rose. Well, listen, thank you so
Right.
much. We look
Yep.
forward to continuing this thing, and maybe you can buy some stuff from us in the future. So we appreciate your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Thank you.